I'm Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is Sunday, May 21st, 2023. Today my guides wanted me to do a reading on Erik Prince, who recently was in the news because Austria had indicted him for trafficking arms to Libya in violation of the UN arms embargo. There's so much to get into with him. I'm not going to really get into all of it. I'll bring up some salient points. But anybody who is familiar with Erik Prince's history, please, I would really like it if you would educate us in the comments. And I might garble some of this information, times and dates, that kind of thing. But Erik Prince was infamous for being the founder of Blackwater, which was a private military operation that wanted to take over almost every role of the military regarding infrastructure in Iraq, and it was infamous for all kinds of heinous deeds, the murder of innocent civilians and rape. And I recall they even the showers they set up, people were getting the soldiers were getting electrocuted because of the faulty wiring, and they were just terrible. And finally Blackwater folded, and Erik Prince then got involved in other very similar private military organizations, or ops, I should really say, operations, and wherever they seem to be able to find a willing backer or backers, there they went. So they there's several organizations that they set up to be this private military infrastructure in other countries. And they also, under the radar, as in this indictment, known for being arms dealers, and he had Erik Prince still has these very grandiose ideas about himself and who he is. This Machiavellian type. Maverick, someone like a Genghis Khan, or in his mind, I don't mean to disrespect Genghis Khan or any of these other rogue warriors that had ended up being quite powerful in toppling established governments. And I wanted to read this part. This is from Wikipedia. There's a lot here, but I just kind of honed in on this particular article. I thought it would be interesting, and so bear with me here, and then we're going to get into the tarot reading. So in all of these descriptions here of his involvement in various nefarious things on Wikipedia, and all you have to do is Google Erik Prince, Wikipedia will come up, and you can read that, and there's a lot of other sourcing on this stuff. So the New York Times reported in March 2020 that in recent years, Prince has recruited former intelligence agents to infiltrate Democratic congressional campaigns, labor organizations, and other groups considered hostile to the Trump agenda. Prince's efforts were reportedly conducted to assist Project Veritas, a widely discredited conservative organization that was described as disseminating coordinated disinformation. Due to its repeated use of deceptively edited videos and attempts to discredit Democrats, the media, and liberal groups. Until mid-2018, Richard Seddon, a former British spy, headed the field operations for the plots and trained operatives in Wyoming at the Prince Ranch. Veritas employees received intelligence training there, which ended when the trainer quit because the group wasn't capable of learning, quote unquote. Prince continued to support Project Veritas after the organization's failure to disclose to state regulators the criminal conviction of its founder, James O'Keefe, which resulted in the revocation of their charitable organization status in multiple states. In May 2021, the New York Times reported that Project Veritas, with the assistance of a former British spy and Erik Prince, secretly surveilled government employees during the Trump administration with the goal of discrediting perceived critics of former President Trump. Tactics included arranging dates for FBI employees with the intent to record them. The operation failed to record a single official disparaging Trump despite extensive expenditures, including rental of an expensive Georgetown home. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that Prince likes to get up to, and he has been doing a lot of covert work with people like George Nader, of course, Bannon, they're like that. Did I fail to mention that he is the brother of Betsy Devos, right? And if I'm repeating myself, I just wanted to make sure I got that in there. And he relatively recently, I should say, before the invasion of Ukraine, he wanted to set up a private Ukrainian army, and he had all kinds of weapons deals set up, and it's going to be like $1 billion of a huge thing. And then it fell apart because the Ukrainians didn't trust him, and Zelensky's president. But there was this opening he saw to go ahead and do that. And think about what would have happened in the war if he had this ginormous Ukrainian private army. And he is close with Putin, and he does work with other fascist dictators, so maybe that was the idea. Crazy, huh? So it's, I think, due time for us to read on him. I am going to do a past life reading on him. I don't think I have. Obviously, he was a Nazi. My guides tell me that. And if I already have done a reading on him, past life, let me know. And I'll look. Obviously, I'll look. But they just wanted me to do like an update on him. I was thinking of other people to read on, but they focused in on Erik Prince. So I'm using the Gilded Marchetti cards, the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I have an oracle card for us from the Sacred Oracle deck by Toni Salerno. And of course there's a musical interlude at the end if you want to stick around for that. Okay, so the subject card. This is Prince. So this is Prince being... there's an Arabic word for it. It's called Iblis, of Satan, of the devil. And he just wants to burn down all what's good in the world. Because you can't control what's good in the world. But if you can establish evil, then you can control it. You can try to usurp everything. Evil comes into control, to inhibit, to profit off of, to exploit. And Prince is this energy. And he wants to burn down all the democratic governments. He wants to install hell on earth. And it's interesting, my guides were kind of honing in on, see this hat, or the headdress that this devil is wearing, kind of looks like an anti-hero, right, from a Marvel movie. So the guides are saying he kind of perceives himself as this anti-hero, like Thanos or something. I thought that was interesting. So above is the Five of Swords. This is a card of the narcissist. Really, human personification of evil here. And this is Prince wanting, to be the leader of a private army, a private international army, and offering his services to do so. I'm your man for the job. And this is a clarification card, which is the Prince of Swords. And God knows what he has been responsible for or involved in. But my guides did illuminate us in this recent past card with the Tower for Prince being one of the people who organized this covertly with Bannon and Stone and the Proud Boys, etc. He had his hand in this. Remember the military involvement. The FBI, in that Wikipedia, they talk further about attempts to recruit the FBI or penetrate the FBI and the CIA as a Trump supporter, an ally of Putin. So he's very, very much involved in this, in the Tower, in the January 6th coup. Below is the Three of Pentacles. So this is also about greed. This is about being an arms dealer. This is about trafficking in potentially drugs and humans. But this is him with Russia and Libya. And he, recently he's been in the news also for allying with the Wagner group, that horrible group that is like the worst part of the Nazis when they were torturing the Jews. That's what they do when they go into various countries, including Ukraine. They do horrific things to men, women, and children, and they are proud of the fact. And they're an arm of Putin, but they are also independent, so they're mercenaries. And so there's been recent news about Prince being involved with them. And working covertly also, being in covert ops, so infiltrating the FBI, infiltrating the CIA, infiltrating the Pentagon, doing behind the scenes deals to further the agenda of this and also that. So what does the future hold for Erik Prince? Prince of Darkness, as he has been called. My guides showed me, not this card, sorry, Judgment. So in the future, karma catches up with him, and it seems like, I don't know if you can see these, like there's ghosts or bodies rising from graves. Angel Gabriel calling up souls for judgment. Well, this is Prince being called up for judgment. Probably Jack Smith is on it, and his covert operations are going to be brought to the light. We're going to see, what's underneath the rock, and he's going to get his judgment. His judgment is coming up. The clarification card is the Eight of Wands. So this is everything happening really quickly, one thing and then the other thing, and then the other thing. Like the first thing was Austria, and then it's going to be something else, so some other charges, and everything's going to be closing in on Erik Prince, and the final card then is the Hangman. It's so much so that he is caught now, he is trapped. And there's no escaping judgment and justice, I want to say too, for this bad actor. He can't get out. He can't escape. He's been really pretty good at escaping and has powerful allies, and working under the cover of darkness, and he's done so much damage. But now he's caught by his own deeds, and he will be judged. And it seems judged by the world, judged by our country, judged by his peers. Okay, that is my reading on Erik Prince, and I promise, if I have not already, I will do a past life on him. I'm very interested to know who he was. I already asked if he was a Nazi, and he was somebody high up, somebody who pretty much probably did these kind of deeds there, but I'd like to find out who exactly. So the card that my guides chose from the Sacred Oracle deck was Absence. Sorry for the reflection here. Here we go. Earthly meaning. Absence makes the soul grow stronger. The absence of agenda, stress, or the desire to wear a mask is required so you can be fully present once more. However, it's not what is present, but what's missing that needs attention. Rather than fighting what you don't want, put your energy into what you do want. But first, rest. Constant illumination brings burnout. Spiritual meaning, meditation connects you with your inner world, where time meets eternity and love is always present. Journey in meditation through the endless dimensions of self. Gaze into the dark mirror of eternity and see the infinite light of your soul. And go within each day, even if it's only for a few minutes. Dark, quiet inward journeys can be as illuminating as bright outward ones. Absence. Okay, so that is my reading for today. Again, I always remind people I am available for personal readings, anything in your past lives, present, including past and future in this life. I'm a medium and I love to introduce you to your guardian angels. My information is below in the description box and also at the end of the video after the musical interlude. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I did do a shout out to see if everybody was getting notifications to my channels, or my videos, sorry. And many of you were, but many of you weren't. So you might have to resubscribe. Sorry about that. Okay, I love you. You guys take care, and I will be back next week. Bye-bye.